vola angela o veteranu ako itabua ako do talitaina na barongo na Bula FM nambandu na sere
Bula alang gonoa ilutoka do talita ka na Bula FM berarti nambandu na sere
ni Bula binaka nanreke ngosa Bula FM nga ena kasi
nalango samundu achiwe na Bula FM nambandu na sere nusuri
ni Bula binaka nalango Jerry yang melambasa do barongo na Bula FM
Bula FM number 2 and seri.
In the news tonight, Ministry prioritizes measles vaccine. Seruratu pushes for Rumbuka resignation. And Lenora apologizes for Facebook post.
From the studios of FBC Suba, Jackie Spate.
The Health Ministry has today clarified that the measles vaccine is limited and is being used for those travelling overseas, children between the ages of 1 and 5, and those living in the Serua Namosi area. Minister Dr. Ifiremi Wangainambete confirms the vaccine stock levels have dropped and they're waiting for the next batch to arrive. Kelly Vavala reports.
The Health Ministry has gone through nearly 100,000 doses in the last 2 weeks.
Initially, we were vaccinating and people were turning up, those who were at risk and even those who were not at risk. We were giving them routine vax. But because the stock levels have dropped somewhat, we want to be sure that we've got enough stock if there's an outbreak somewhere else, whilst we're waiting for the next stocks to replenish our supplies.
Dr. Ifiremi Wangainambete says they are now limiting measles vaccine shots as per the ministry's advisory.
We're waiting for the next stocks to arrive. Hopefully by the weekend, at the latest early next week. It's coming from Europe, and once that arrives, then we'll open up again for mass vaccinations.
The minister has assured Fijians that they're working to ensure that no Fijian dies from the disease.
So once we get the stocks from overseas, then it will give us a buffer, and then we can be able to then continue with vaccinations of all, of the rest of the population. We're assuring the public that we will do all that's within our means to be able to protect Fiji from measles.
There are now 7 confirmed cases of measles from the Serua Namosi subdivision. The Serua Namosi outbreak response team has implemented measures including isolating cases, quarantining and vaccinating contacts and identifying at-risk communities. Kelly Vathala, FBC News.
Meanwhile, in a statement this evening, the Health Ministry has confirmed 2 new measles cases have been reported from the Serua Namosi subdivision, bringing the total number of cases to 9. The latest confirmed cases are a 15-year-old from Wainandoi and a 2-year-old who had been staying in Waimbongi, Serua. The Health Ministry says the 2-year-old returned home to Koronivia on Monday and is currently admitted under isolation at the CWM hospital in Suva. The respective outbreak response teams are responding to the notification of the new cases, which includes vaccination and quarantine of contacts if needed. Defence Minister Nia Seruratu has called on SEDELPA MPs in Parliament to ask their leader Sitiveni Rumbuka to step down. Seruratu says Rumbuka should step down because his return to politics has increased fear among many Fijians. Sanian Imboila reports.
Fear in our communities because of Mr. Rumbuka's return.
Sitiveni Rumbuka's return to the political arena has caused a lot of apprehension, says the leader of government in Parliament.
I'll ask the SEDELPA members of the opposition to do the honourable thing as well. Ask your leader to step down. It will be good for your party and it will be good for the country. You are the Social Democratic Liberal Party, but you have a staunch nationalist as your leader. That is why you always have the strategic paralysis, the inconsistency.
Nia Seruratu says the opposition is still not realizing why Fijians have put them on the other side of Parliament.
The Honourable Prime Minister will not step down, nor this government. Not now, and not even in the next election, when we will prove ourselves again to the people of Fiji come 2022.
Responding to Seruratu, opposition MP Moses Mbulitavu claimed that the defense minister and the prime minister supported the 1987 unrest.
He had supported the cause of the 1987 coup. And also, Honorable Speaker, sir, in 1987, the Honorable Prime Minister was the Navy commander then. He was called by the commander, and he was asked, and he was offered whether he can resign or not. But he had accepted the cause of the 1987.
The defense minister believes the opposition is more interested in distorting facts and fear and instilling trouble among the Fijian population. Sainiani Mboila, FBC News.
Social Democratic Liberal Party MP Moses Mbulitavu has joined his opposition MPs in calling for Fiji First to give up power and hold fresh elections. Speaking in Parliament this afternoon, Mbulitavu launched an attack on Prime Minister Vurenge Bainimarama and his government's track record. Despite the Fiji First win in the 2018 general election, Mbulitavu claims Bainimarama has no support.
The buck stops with him, and that is why I joined a fellow loyal members of the opposition calling his resignation. He has lost the plot. He has failed the people. And he has not resolved the problems of this nation. This is not the place to be calling for the government to stand out, which reflects their shallow thinking and lack of vision. I would have thought, Mr. Speaker, sir, that with some experience and wisdom on their side, they would have been a bit more thoughtful in their responses to His Excellency's speech.
The prosperity of a society cannot be measured in monetary terms only. It is measured by the citizens' safety, inclusiveness and equal opportunities. Supporting the President's speech, Minister for Waterways Dr. Mahendra Reddy said now is the time to move ahead as a nation. Kritika Kumar reports.
The Waterways Minister stressed that every Fijian has equal access to education and economic prospects.
Demonstration that we are no longer strangers in our own country. We are no longer are victims of discriminatory notions of national identity. We have equal access to education and economic prospects. Our success is not determined by race, religion, ethnicity, color, skin, not by wealth, privilege, or status, but by content of one's character, one's ability, and merit.
Dr. Mahendra Reddy also says some people are still making racist and bigotry comments to grow hatred between Fijians.
And there are some elements in our society who are willing to consciously impact the tenuous and fragile nature of racial harmony in pursuit of self-betterment, consciously using their stature and position to poison the minds of the youth, risking incitement of most serious kinds of hatred and intolerance amongst us Fijians.
Government MP Vijendra Prakash, while supporting the head of state's speech, said youth carry the banner of equality and inclusiveness in the future.
It would be best to disengage the old way of thinking and look into creative and innovative ways to secure a sustainable and successful Fiji.
Prakash adds the new digital platform opens up new challenges and opportunities for the youth, enabling them to connect with the world. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
Assistant Health Minister Alex O'Connor today highlighted the government's efforts over the past 6 years to uniting Fijians. O'Connor said the 2013 Constitution brought in a wave of uniting people from all walks of life. The Assistant Minister added the 2013 Constitution for the first time protected the rights of disabled Fijians.
Mr. Speaker, sir, the 2013 Constitution upholds the legal and moral basis of a common and equal citizenry without denying anyone's individuality or culture.
Opposition MP LENORA Ngerengere has apologised in Parliament for her September 6th Facebook posting, which she launched a scathing attack against government MPs and their families. It was targeted at the Fiji First Party members, including children and future generations. Ngerengere says she wrote it out of anger because of what had happened in Parliament on that day.
What I did that I will apologise for today was on the 6th of September, when all government members decided to vote to suspend Mr. Tikondundua. That got me so angry. That was so angry, and in my disgust and in my anger that night, I posted on Facebook, and I should not have done that, and that's what I apologise for today.
NFP leader Professor Biman Prasad had earlier admitted that his MP may have taken matters too far by letting her emotions get the better of her. Up ahead, officers facing assault charges bailed, and work on multi-million-dollar MARINA progresses. Details after the break.
Hi, Bula. I'm Selai from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, my name is Sotiama here in Ba. We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, I'm Miri. I'm from Lotoka and I love Gold FM because they play all my classic hits.
Hi, my name is Fiona from Tavua and I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, I'm Ini from Raki Raki. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Three police constables charged for their alleged involvement in a brutality case in Navua have been granted bail with strict conditions. Benedito Mbolambiu, Laisenia Ratuvambea, and Lazaro Turangandrao appeared before the Suva Magistrates Court this afternoon. The three face one count each of act intended to cause grievous harm. It's alleged that on November 14th in Navua, the officers used force during the arrest and assault in the course of the interrogation of the suspect. It's alleged that due to this, the suspect sustained fractures on his ribs and a hairline fracture on his right ankle. The case has been transferred to the Chief Magistrate and will be called tomorrow morning. The trial of a military officer, Rajiv Padyachi, charged with attempted murder, continued in the Suva High Court today. A police officer testified he heard a woman scream for help, who later told him the accused had tried to kill her. Catherine Krishna was in court and filed this report.
While giving evidence today, police officer Ropate Sivo told the court he was at the Loisuva with other officers when they heard a woman scream for help. The police officer said that he and others ran towards the call to see a man in the pool who said that he needed help. The court heard when the officers pulled Pariachi out of the pool, they saw a woman come to the surface. The woman was laid on the ground where she regained her breath and told Sivo that Pariachi had tried to drown her. The witness also told the court that the victim had scratches on the upper side of her body. It is alleged that when Pariachi pushed his partner into the water on September 15th, he intended to drown her. The 28-year-old faces one count of attempted murder. The trial continues tomorrow. Catherine Krishna, FBC News.
Convicted of one count of manslaughter, former police officer Kilepi Kolinisao has been sentenced to 4 years, 10 months and 12 days imprisonment. While sentencing, the High Court judge said Kolinisao breached the trust and abused his authority when he kicked 26-year-old Choso Lalauvaki, who died in the CWM hospital a month later. The court heard that on September 2nd last year, Kolinisao assaulted Lalauvaki following a dispute outside a nightclub in Suva. The last phase of civil works for the development of the multi-million-dollar boutique marina on Naui Island in Savusavu has commenced. The dredging of the access channel for the marina is expected to take a couple of months. Eleanor Tarangaiviu has more.
Cutter suction dredging has started at Naui Island to make way for an access channel into the multi-million-dollar marina, which will be constructed soon.
The dredging portion will be completed mid-January, with the floating docks being installed.
Halls Contracting of Australia has been undertaking the development works on Naui Island since 2017. They are also carrying out the dredging works using their cutter suction dredger Amity.
We're now at the final stage of the works. We've brought in the largest dredge in the South Pacific, the Amity. The Amity just finished work at Lautoka where it did the iron ore, the bar iron ore wharf. It's now over here at Savusavu, and it's doing the final entrance channel, which will provide the access into the Naui Marina.
Running parallel to the dredging will be the filling up of the Marina Basin, which will start soon.
We'll plan to have the basin filled with water within the next 6 weeks, and with separable opening possibly around May of 2020. For a soft opening, so we'll be in business on or before America's Cup.
The world-class cyclone-proof marina will be built by marina construction experts Bellingham Marine of New Zealand. Eleanor Tarangaiviu, FBC News.
Participants of the Human Rights Trust Fund workshop in Nandi have been urged to advocate the protection of human rights in the context of the development journey. While speaking to the participants last night, Solicitor General Sharvada Sharma said the effective participation of all small island states in the work of the Council is crucial. Felipe Naikaso has more.
The Solicitor General last night stated Fiji is proud to host the workshop as it is important for the Pacific in terms of human rights.
It is for this reason that we are indeed very, very pleased to support and welcome the LDC Trust Fund initiative, because this enables us to interact with each other, to share experiences.
Responding to the Solicitor General's comments, the Human Rights Council President praised the least developed countries and small island states for their active participation, which is essential to realizing the fundamental principle of universality in the Council as well as the United Nations as a whole.
I commend you for all the efforts in this region, and also congratulate all participants.
These developments indicate not only the willingness of Pacific Island countries to engage in human rights discussions in Geneva, they show that the global community wants to hear from us.
It was also relayed that if the Council wants to make real impact on the ground, it must strengthen its cooperation with regional institutions and establish direct contact with its members. Philip Naikaso, FBC News.
Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama has urged all Fijian children to take advantage of the many opportunities before them today. Speaking at the 30th anniversary of the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, Bainimarama said he is driven to give them a better Fiji. Bainimarama believes children should be treated with dignity and respect, just like any adult. Recalling the not-so-distant past when education couldn't be afforded by many, the PM said the children of today are blessed to pursue whatever career they want.
And there are more Fijian boys and girls in classrooms across the country than at any point in our history. And with that education, our young people are more empowered than ever. Today, each and every one of you can dream to become whatever you want to be someday.
And Roy joins us now with the latest in business.
Thanks, Jackie. Coming up after the break. Bonus payout for staff of FPCL. And in growing Fiji, French visa application made easy. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Shamiza. And I'm Salma. We're from Nandi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatulaloba. और हम सब मिर्ची एफएम सुनता है because it's hot.
Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's #1.
हमारा नाम सागर रेड्डी है. हम लोग स्कूल में, हम लोग घर में और कहीं भी रहता हम लोग कल मिर्ची एफएम सुनता. गोल्ड टाउन तावा में मिर्ची एफएम दागो मामा.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Leading business, Christmas came early for the staff of the Fiji Ports Corporation Limited as they announced the bonus payout today. More than $345,000 will be shared between 226 employees of Fiji Ports and Fiji Ships and Heavy Industries Limited. Kritika Kumar reports.
Board Chair Shaheen Ali says the bonus is an indication of hard work that has enabled the FPCL to achieve unprecedented level of success.
Shows that the Fiji Ports Group continues to perform better. Thus, this bonus announcement is a way of thanking you and giving back to you all.
Today marked another milestone for the FPCL as they launched their 5-year strategic plan.
The board and management have worked on a 5-year strategic plan from 2019 to 2023. This plan will assist FPCL to leverage opportunities to achieve our goals.
The 5-year plan has a strategic perspective which involves governance, infrastructure and financial performance.
A lot of work gone into it by the management and the board of directors and the second level middle management. There were a lot of consultation with the middle management in this organization in developing the strategic plan.
FPCL performance measurement is based on an assessment of individual indicators provided to their staff at the beginning of the year. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
Minister for Industry and Trade Pramila Kumar says the World Bank report on the Fiji economy missed the mark. Speaking in Parliament, Kumar highlighted that a number of reforms and initiatives have set the platform for investment and ease of doing business. She also confirms they're working with experts from Singapore to set up online portals for obtaining construction permits as well as business application approval and payment.
I wish to point out that the World Bank Group Doing Business report has missed on the number of regulatory reforms that was recently undertaken, such as BIS portal and the areas of getting credit. It is widely known that the ease of doing business reports methodology is flawed. However, we have undertaken a commitment to drastically improve doing business in Fiji and subsequently our ratings.
Sunifa from HFC Bank joins us now with the latest from the stock market.
On the latest in Forex market, the US dollar and the safe haven yen found support today as US-China trade talks kept investors cautious ahead of the US Federal Reserve's next policy meeting. Yields on US 10-year treasuries dropped to a two-week low at 1.77%, hinting at a possible return of recession fears. Meanwhile, Japan's exports tumbled in October, threatening to tip the trade-reliant economy into recession as weakening demand from US and China darkened the outlook. Japan's exports fell 9.2% year-on-year in October, a bigger decline than the 7.6% drop expected. The weak results, driven by reducing shipments of cars and aircraft engines to the US and plastics to China, mark the longest run of declines in exports since 2016. With immediate focus on the US-China trade talks, the markets seem reluctant to move in either direction until they are resolved. That's all for now from HFC Bank, Vinaka.
Here are today's exchange rates as set this morning. Once again, the Fiji dollar was on the rise. It gained on the US dollar and the Chinese yuan, as well as the rest of the currencies we cover. With two exceptions, there were minor declines against the Aussie and Kiwi dollars. Taking a look at the commodities, oil prices fell for more than $1 but remain above $55 per barrel. Gold was up, ending at $1,473 per ounce, and silver closed at $17.12 per ounce. In growing Fiji, Fijians who wish to travel to France on any French territories can now apply for their visa in Suva. French Ambassador to Fiji, Jean-Francois Fiteau, opened the French Visa Application Center in Mid-City Plaza this morning. The operation has been outsourced to a New Zealand company, Application TT Service. As of 2017, French visa application had to be lodged in Vanuatu.
The service we'll be providing here is Schengen visa for France, if you want to go to France, or for Europe, if France is either the main destination or the port of entry. Of course, we will examine the individual situations of people, but basically this is a gateway to Europe.
That's it from Business Tonight. Jamie joins you now with the latest from sports.
Thanks, Goroy, and good evening. Coming up in sports tonight, another Frenchman linked the Flying Fijians coaching job, and Army wins Sakuna Bowl cricket. This and more after the break.
Vola angwela o veteranu hoi tabua ag do talitaina na barongo na Bula FM nambando na sere Bula ang gonoa ilutoka do talita ka na Bula FM berarti nambando na sere ni Bula binaka nan regen go sa Bula FM nga na kasi nalang go sa mundo active na Bula FM nambando na sere nusuri ni Bula binaka nalang go Jerry yang melambasa ag do barongo na Bula FM
Bula FM, number 2 and seri.
Another Frenchman is being linked to the Flying Fijians coaching job. Jacques Delmas is reported by French newspaper Midi Olympique as the next coach being targeted by the Fiji Rugby Union. Delmas is a former Toulon Forwards coach and has reportedly met FRU representatives in France. The FRU is yet to respond to questions on the matter sent to them by FPC Sports. Flying Fijians assistant coach Senirusi Seruvakula believes that Australian-based Teti Tella will become a top choice fly half for the national side. The former Queensland Reds' first 5/8 was outstanding against the Barbarians on Sunday, scoring 13 points and sparking a powerful backline. Details with Felipe Naikaso.
28-year-old Teti Teller's performance last weekend has left a good impression on the Flying Fijians coaching staff.
He's the future number 10. He's the future number 10, and I've been trying to get him for the past years, and now he finally make to the team. He's one of the player, the rising player. Whenever you play against the draw, you always go through any backline.
Teller, who is currently off contract with the Reds, has also made up his mind about donning the white jersey in the future.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a long way away, but I can only control what, live in the present and do what I can now to fulfill that dream. And obviously, yeah, it definitely is a dream. So I just got to put in the work and, yeah, see how we go.
It's a big, it gives a lot of opportunity when those boys from playing a professional rugby in France were not available. So it gives the opportunity for the local boys. And it's like I always said, whenever these guys gain confidence, they can do anything on the field.
Majority of these players will go on a break before they start preparations for the Fijian Latui in the rapid rugby competition next year. Felipe Naikaso, FBC Sports.
Newly appointed Wallabies coach Dave Rennie says he cares about Australian rugby. Rugby Australia believes the New Zealander is the right man for the job. The Flyer and Parramatta Eels star Micah Sivo is expected to undergo surgery today. Fox Sports reports that Parramatta officials insisted Sivo fly back from Fiji for an operation on his hand after a mysterious infection flared up on his return to his village of Momi. Sivo's agent Cameron Phelps told Fox Sports that the 26-year-old went to hospital in Fiji after it flared up. He then contacted the Eels and they requested he fly back to Sydney, where he arrived on Monday night and went straight to Norwest Hospital. Army once again proved too powerful for police at Albert Park in Suva today, winning the Ratu Sukuna Bowl cricket title for the 6th year in a row. Tale Matairakula with the details.
Army won with 1 run and 7 wickets to spare, whilst the police were bowled out 160 runs all out.
We faced some challenges while preparing for the game. A member of our team is currently in prison due to the challenges we faced.
Tavo dedicated their win to their military colleagues on duty.
Our win today is dedicated to all our colleagues who are on duty, as well as our family members and to our superiors in the RFMF.
Police, on the other hand, are hoping for a better outing next year.
Unfortunately, the better team will win, and the winning was on their side, and we're looking forward for next year to come in a better way to honor and glory our Fiji police.
Meanwhile, the Schooner Bowl competition continues tomorrow with netball. Talima Terkula, FBC Sports.
The Fiji Sports Council and the Fiji National Sports Commission played different roles. In a press release today, Council Chief Executive Lichana Lombuka says there has been some confusion in the roles the two organizations play in sports development, which in fact are distinctly different. Lombuka highlighting that the Fiji Sports Council is responsible for the 22 government-owned sporting facilities in the country. The Fiji National Sports Commission, she adds, directly engages with sporting bodies, communities and personalities at all levels of sport and distributes government funding to NSOs for the development of elite athletes and teams. Now to our play of the day, and French surfer Justine Dupont captured the moment she rode a massive wave, which could be the biggest reached by a woman. The 28-year-old says she hit speeds of 66 kilometers an hour at Portugal's famous Nazare Beach. That's it from Sports Tonight. We'll wrap up there. Up ahead in the Weird and Wonderful segment, a guy dressed as Batman saving cats and dogs from shelters. That's coming up.
हमारा नाम उमेश कुमार, हम रहता है लेबू और रेडियो फीजी में हरदम सुनता है, बहुत पुराना गाना लगे और बहुत रोज तक सुनता है, बहुत अच्छा लगे हमको।
उमेश चंद्रा और कांता चंद्रा हमारा वाइफ है। हम लोग रेडियो फीजी 2 बहुत सुंदर से सुनता है, बहुत अच्छा प्रोग्राम, नंबर 1 रेडियो।
कुमार स्वामी नायक है, गोमगो लेबू लटोका रेडियो फीजी 2 में
पुराना गाना लगे हमें बहुत अच्छा लगे।
कुमार नाकाफी में रहता है, रेडियो फीजी 2 सुनता है।
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
In New Media tonight, we use them every day, but have any of you ever thought of what the acronyms URL and HTTP actually stand for? This might help. And Angie joins us now with the latest from weather.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. It was dry with sunshine extending to all areas of the country. Now the fun parties, drum rolls, we're going down the hill towards the weekend. Now checking out the west, it was dry with clear spells. It remained humid though. Eastwards from Pakhabarasuva, sunshine was on another level, like literally. And up north, it was a blend of sun and clouds. There is showers in prediction for tonight. At sea, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots, moderate to rough seas. For the tides, low tide tonight at right on the dot at 10, with low tide at 4:06 a.m. Sunrise will be at 6:20. Now looking at tomorrow, now that we have enjoyed good spells of sunshine, we could expect a few showers to build up. Tomorrow's temps, Nandi and Lambasa will be battling the heat at 31 degrees. I'm pretty sure the numbers will increase later in the day. And looking further on to Friday, the day loved by all, will be a little wet. Well, hoping the weekend stays clear. Just hoping. And that's all the weather from the Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. In Fijian Pulse, we asked, should the family life subject in schools be reviewed?
From my point of view, not only children need to be educated, because basically this crime is committed by people who are not only in school, adults. So I think that everyone should be educated about this matter.
I think it should be reviewed in all the schools across the country.
Current family life curriculum, especially in primary school and secondary school, should be reviewed so that it meets up with the current situation.
Yes, we need it more. We need to, we need the government to spend more money in it.
In the world of the weird and the wonderful, a Florida man dresses up in heavy Batman costume to save cats and dogs from shelters. He's fast becoming a hero for all animals. Recapping the main stories for tonight, Ministry prioritizes measles vaccine. Seruratu pushes for Rambuka resignation, and LENORA apologizes for Facebook post. Now for these stories and others, tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. Our poll question we're asking, do you know the symptoms for measles? Visit our FBC website to answer. And our shot of the day, taken at Wailolo in Nandi by Ajnesh Narayan. You can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj, via Facebook page FBC News, our Twitter page at FBC_news or hashtag FBC News. That was the FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, stay safe. Good night.
Hi, I'm Shamiza. And I'm Salma. We're from Nandi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatulaloba. और हम सब मिर्ची FM सुनता है because it's hot. Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's number 1.
हमारा नाम सागर रेड्डी है. हम लोग स्कूल में, हम लोग घर में और कहीं भी रहता हम लोग खाली मिर्ची FM सुनता. गोल्ड टाउन तावा में मिर्ची FM दागो मामा.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.